After Lord Krishna's death, his great-grandson, Vajnanath, constructed the Dwarkadhish temple in the new town of Dwarka, not the submerged town, but the currently existing town of Dwarka. And here the idol of Lord Krishna or Dwarkadhish was installed and prayed to for thousands of years. Cut to 1473, there was a very learned and pious saint called Vallabhacharya who was propagating the Pushti Marg or the pure path of reaching Nirvana through devotion to Lord Krishna. This was obviously happening in the town of Dwarka, with the Dwarkadhish temple being the center of this entire practice. There was no discrimination against anyone on the basis of caste or religion or any other foundation, and the temple was and is still open to any devotee who was or who wished to come and pay obeisance to Lord Krishna. Simultaneously, the neighboring kingdom was ruled by a king called Mahmud Begada. Begada means two forts. He was called Begada because he eventually ended up winning 2 garhs or 2 forts in his lifetime. Now, Mahmud Begada always had his eyes on Dwarka because it had the wealthy Dwarkadhish temple, and he was looking for an excuse or a pretext to attack it. In 1473, he got just that. A Maulana who was sailing by the coast of Dwarka was attacked by pirates of the island of Beit Dwarka, and his wife and children were taken as hostages. The Maulana himself was let to go. He immediately rushed to Mahmud Begada's court and narrated what had happened with him. An enraged Mahmud Begada attacked Dwarka with all his forces. Now, as soon as Vallabhacharya found out that the armies of the Sultan were attacking Dwarka town, the first thing he did was he took the idol of Dwarkadhish and hid it in a well called Savitri Bagh, so that no matter what happens, the idol is safe. Mahmud Begada's forces were much stronger than Bhim Wadel, who was the local chieftain, and the king Jai Singh, who was the ruler of Dwarka. Mahmud Begada's forces completely annihilated Raja Jai Singh's forces. Not just that, they looted the Dwarkadhish and several other temples, completely bringing them or raising them to the ground. Almost all the wealth was looted, the idols were desecrated, people were put to death. Everybody was given a choice: either you convert to Islam or face death. Interestingly, a lot of people chose death rather than conversion. Raja Jai Singh was given the choice: either you convert to Islam or we will put you to death. He preferred being put to death than converting his religion. Bhim Wadel, who was the chieftain, the local chieftain, possibly responsible for looting the Maulana's ship, he took his forces and escaped to Beit Dwarka. Mahmud Begada's forces gave him chase there, and in a very short time, they defeated him also. He also was given the choice of converting to Islam or being put to death. He chose that he would rather be put to death than convert from his religion. So despite what you may read or what we may be told about Mahmud Begada being a very good administrator or a very good king, the fact remains that he was driven by a quest for wealth and by religious bigotry. These guys used religion as a tool to get people to do what they wanted or to take their wealth away, and which is precisely what he did. If it was not for Vallabhacharya, who was not a warrior or a king, he was a teacher and a saint. If it was not for him, we would have lost the idol of Dwarkadhish. It is his foresight that helped the idol get saved in the Savitri Bagh, and in about 100 years after this, after the death of Mahmud Begada, not only was the Dwarkadhish temple rebuilt much bigger and much more magnificent, but the idol of Dwarkadhish was reinstalled there with all the love and affection that the people had for it. Even today, if you go to Dwarka, the Dwarkadhish temple has the same idol of Dwarkadhish, which Vallabhacharya managed to save all those hundreds of years back. So if the legacy of Lord Krishna, if the legacy of Lord Krishna continues very close to his original city of Dwarka, we have people like Vallabhacharya to thank for it.